Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena, and today we are doing Bloomburrow Constructed for Midweek Magic. It's the usual way where people for them to get you to use up all your rare and mythic wild cards to craft all the rares you need. Well, thankfully for Bloomburrow, you only need some. You don't have to do an all rare deck. I'm decided to go with lizards here, but I'm gonna note a few interesting factoids as well. One is that we are getting some cards from starter sets. As part of this, Bloomberg has a starter deck. So one thing of note is that if you really need to go on a budget mana base, Swiftwater Cliffs was made as part of the blue red starter deck, the Otters deck. So let's see if I can find the Bloomberg version of this card. Oh wait, I have to set the craft. Yeah, here's the Bloomburrow version of Swiftwater Cliffs, and likewise, here's the Bloomburrow version of Blossoming Sands. So both of them are available. So if you need to go on a budget for your deck list, that's kind of fine. Also, don't forget Fabled Passage is part of it. Wait, actually, let's double check. Yeah, Fabled Passage. Yeah, here's the Bloomburrow Fabled Passage. Looks really nice and all that. Anyway, let's get to the deck. It's so this one's pretty much low down aggro. We're still kind of running 24 lands because we have Iridescent Vine Lasher. We also have, let's see, where's that? We have a few copies of Sazcap's Brew to draw extra cards. Fireglass Mentor also has another way to get cards in. But definitely you want the Hired Claw, you want the Vine Lasher, you want the Agate Blade Assassin to keep dealing all the early damage. We have quite a lot of removal in Feed the Cycle, Fell, Blooming Blast, and I was gonna take out the trash, but I think Blooming Blast should be kind of fine here. Most of the we're kind of relying on the black spells to destroy any larger creatures for the most part. We have a few interesting one-offs. We have Gev Scaled Scorch as a one-off. Heartborn Battler as a one-off. Valley Flamecaller as a bit of a one-off. We're just testing out some of these different one-offs. But for the most part, the consistent ones are these guys. Those are the ones we really want to run. The big issue with this deck is that it has a 50-50 mana base. Ideally, if I should be making cuts, I would probably lean it more towards red. But so far, okay. This one we're missing we're missing early interaction, so this is a bit of an issue. That said, turn 2 Gev is not the worst thing to happen. It does ping them for 2 life. We can fell if we need to. Opponent is a bit in the tank though. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Now we definitely don't have double red. We have a lot of double black though, so we will probably just go Fabled Passage, crack for black. Opponent running their Fabled Passage also. We're gonna see what their deck is up to. Okay, black. So we're expecting black-red lizards here. We're gonna do the same thing. Blooming Blast also a good way to deal damage to our opponent. So they're going for... We can also run out of Fireglass Mentor, but I probably just want to... I want to ping them right away. We can then just play Valley Flamecaller turn 3. I would... When it goes Iridescent Vine Lash. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they're just going for the landfall, but they didn't go for it. That's because oh, they want to go for the Flame Gecko sequence. They had a Gev there. There's a Gev there. So Okay, this time they're really going on all in here. We should be able to block a bunch of... Oh wait, they missed the land drop. Until end of turn, so I may play that card. Unfortunately, I had to play the land, so we're gonna lose out. We're gonna lose out on both of them. It is what it is. Opponent going for the 3 damage a turn. Do they have a follow-up to this? They had their own Gev. Probably not. They might swing with the Flame Cash Gecko, but no, they're not. So let's see, what are our options here? Yeah, opponent should have blocked the extra creature. Okay, this time we do hit the land, so we're gonna play that, and we're gonna pass the turn. No need to crack it yet. For all we know, we crack our own Iridescent Vine Lasher. Opponent concedes. Looks like they gas. Looks like they ran out the gas. Yeah, gifting the treasure tokens is kind of okay against a deck that has a curve solo that. They didn't even use the first treasure token I got. They had a very good chance to use that. But there we go. And we get ourselves a Lunar Convocation. I was considering making a white-black bat deck. Didn't quite line up. Yeah, Hugs is kind of creepy for the most part if you think of it. Okay, this time we got our Lasher into Mentor. So we got ourselves a decent sequence here. It's kind of tempting to do the 2, but we also kind of want to get our early advantage right away. And we definitely want to cast this now. We will lose out on on a card, but that's... Actually, we'll lose out on 2 cards. Yeah, we had the Fountain Fort, doesn't it? So the goal here now is to clear the way. Well, if our opponent's gonna attack, it's fine because it really lets us clear the way. I guess we can go for the Blooming Blast and go for the treasure. I'm trying to check if there is a 1-mana removal. There is a 1-mana combat trick. I don't remember there's a 1-mana removal spell. So let's see if we hit. Nope. Defeat the cycle is nice. They do have a combat trick. Opponent now playing Tree City, naming Mouse. They're hoping to go for go White Rats. This one is activate only as a sorcery, so that one's a bit of a non-go. I am gonna just play the Fireglass Mentor. I'm going to offer the trade. They definitely have sitting back on something. I'm kind of... Yeah, turns out we're not using this as much. Also have to be careful. We are about to run out of gas here. And maybe that was the argument of just using the Blooming Blast. My fear with any deck that runs white is the white Mythic Elk. Well, they went for red, so no white Mythic Elk. So in this case, we don't swing. We just wait, exile cards, and see which one we can run. Well, I guess we're blasting something. Yeah, so this is where we have to play the patience game now. When it does have a Nettle Guard, but we're at the point where we have no actual intention of attacking already. So Heartborn Battler Heartborn Battler got that one. So yep, I figured that we will have enough we had enough chief spells that we would be able to do a 1-2. Well, this is looking pretty quick. And hey, more gems, huh? I can't complain about that. Oh yeah, should probably show the deck list up here. Yeah, just rares. No, quite a bit pricey at 18 rares, but no mythics. Also, 4 of those rares are Fabled Passages, which you probably should have already. Definitely gonna start. Fabled Passage is really a godsend for us. We're gonna go for the turn 2 Agate Blade Assassin, because that allows us to go. Because even if our opponent were to stack a counter here and have a massive block and whatnot, no, just an Innkeeper's Talent, they'll probably hold it for blocks, which makes sense. So. Now, I could just Blooming Blast this right away, just get it over with. I could also just wait. Let's see, what's their other option? Permanents you control have ward 1. Okay, we're actually not gonna wait. Hey, Sunshower Druid. Oh, they might even just pay for the ward 1 now. Oh, they're just going for it. And do they have a follow-up? I have to go for it. I need to see what their combat trick is. It's not. They didn't have one. They need. But now we're kind of out of removal, so our next play is actually going to be the Fireglass Mentor. Oh yeah, this is also one of the other cards in the base deck, Serra Redeemer. So I have to play the land. We have to play the Fireglass Mentor. Now this one already did its job, so I'm actually gonna just swing with both. The point now is that we're trying to hit a cheap combat trick. And this is an attack trigger, so we'll keep that in mind. We're just gonna keep on swinging, I guess. We might have to hold back the mentor though. But yeah, this is kind of the starter. This is kind of like starter deck city here. As in, like, these are the cards I would expect. Though our opponent did go all in on the Hunter's Talent, so he's gonna go for a... Well, no, the Hunter's Talent's just removed, so we're not drawing any more cards here. So this might be an issue for us, especially in combination with Offspring. That is kind of brutal. We will have to cite this first if ever. So I could swing with this. The gain cause them to lose 4, gain 4, but I lose it to these. It's not gonna get better, honestly. So, but this becomes a free attack. This becomes a free attack because they will double block this. So this becomes a test of, does our opponent have life gain? Green-white definitely. It's actually more white-black, but green-white has some access to life gain. They just need to remember to actually put it. That's fine. We have no intention of blocking. So what we're actually hoping to hit is a land, especially since our... Okay, fine, 6/6. We did not hit a land, but we did hit another assassin. So what are we hoping for? Land is one. The other option. Land is one option. Okay, let's see if you. This is. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say land is an option. Blooming Blast is another option. Rot Collar is not an option here. Fireglass Mentor kind of is. It might help us draw into something. Okay. Now, they did have an Essence Channeler, but no way of gaining life. They did take this one out, so now we have to hit a land or burn spell or something. So let's do a check. 10, 6, 10, 13, 16, 21. So we need to block. And we hit the right land for the job. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for the opponent. Yeah, I had that in the first half, not gonna lie. Yeah, Vine Lasher is gonna be the worst thing for our opponents to hit. So that was pretty good. We got 3 wins right away. I think we kind of... But the last one was the closest one. I kind of want to go for another one just to round things up. Yeah, why not? Let's go for another battle. Let's see how it goes. Also, what did we get? Chandra hopes... Ooh, okay. I can respect that. Chandra, I can respect that. Let's go for one more battle. Close out this episode. Pretty decent, I would say. So oddly enough, none of our fixers, but because we have all our mana, I'm gonna play this. Also, Valley Rotcaller is now we might be running into a removal spell, but we don't really have much of a choice. We're just gonna go for it. Yeah, we drew both copies of our card draw. So now let's see. Opponent seems to be playing mono black. They do have the fell, so that's a bit annoying. So I might just Sazcap's Brew as an ins. Oh, opponent is on mana. Okay, they have the Agate Late Assassin. We'll discard the other one. Ooh, this is bad. Okay, we hit our own Agate Late Assassins. But I'm also gonna play this one out just to spread the love. But it looks like our opponent might, and there is plenty of removal in black on the cheap. Between Fell, the one that creates the, actually there's like 16 pieces, and those are all just common, uncommon. The opponent is going to go for Fell. We are the lizard deck. We are not gonna block. Yeah, the damage has been done already in a sense. Yeah, opponent had the better start here. We hit the Hired Claw just a bit late. But and the interesting thing is, yeah, sure, our opponent, no, we might have scared our opponent from blocking. They might let this go through. Yeah, they did. So, Flame Cash Gecko. Now, I can't. And we can pass. So we're just gonna block with this. We only have one card to discard anyway. Okay, yeah, so they have to wait to make it indestructible. That's fine. I'm just gonna discard this anyway. Could have used something better than that. But the flips. Oh, and the life gain is actually brutal here. Opponent going for Irritant and Fine Lasher with Offspring. So definitely have to fell this. We are still a bit of a losing battle right now. I did consider adding Mudflat Village, except that we had quite a few non-land spells, so I didn't consider adding it. But it would have been a very good way of recycling back a bunch of stuff. Opponent lands Tergev. So in the end, it's a lizard deck that took us out. Yeah, they had the removal for this. Did they? Fell is a sorcery, so but the others are mostly instant. Yeah, feed the cycle. Yeah, we have a few copies of Feed the Cycle as well. Those are really good ones. Yeah, so we got outplayed on that one. We didn't have a turn 1 start. Our opponent didn't have one either, but they had the removal to nuke our turn 2 start, so that was a problem. But anyways, that's just the way things go. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Deck list in the description down below. Yeah, but definitely Lizard seems to be the one deck that's fast enough to beat and to. And I think the others are a bit too clunky or a bit too, or not having enough interaction. I guess green white is probably the next most consistent one. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.